Good evening, good evening. Wow, welcome. So many people here tonight. Thank you for joining us. This is a great night, huh? Tuesday night. Joining us for our good talk tonight. So, I can see that we have quite a number of new people here. Welcome. This is your first time. Can I say hi to you then, right? I believe tonight Brian is going to deliver a fantastic message to all of you. And we are very excited about it. Amazing journey for all of us here. And I also can see that we have a few diamonds in our midst here. Maybe later on we can get them to share something. So without further ado, time is running. So I think Brian did not much of an introduction. You know him. Okay. So I just pass the mic to him. Brian, take over.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone around the world. We had a wonderful time this afternoon with people even from the US coming on to join us. And my English is my main language, so it's better and easier for me to express. So I'd like to thank you, every one of you, for coming in, taking time to learn about this amazing journey. We all agree that we can't live for someone else. We have to live our own life, and we are responsible for our own self, right? But if anyone in the family have problem health-wise, it becomes our problem too, right? So my name is Brian Chiu. I'm a nutritionist. I've been practicing for more than 25 years. I'm the CEO of NanoDoc. We hold 2 patents, very important in the world, recognized by governments in the world. We have patents around the world, including Singapore, US, Taiwan, Hong Kong, all over. And today is not about my introduction of the company, but more for you and what we can learn about the future and the trends that is coming.
Recording in progress.
Again, welcome everyone to today's exciting talk on how to stay young inside out. And so this is the company I run. We manufacture our own facility in the US and in China. Today we have also activities in Singapore, being the home office to the world. I want to put a disclaimer. Today, I'm not here to act as a medical doctor or giving any advice, but it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. Neither am I here to give you your professional healthcare guidance. But important that we learn together something new, something fantastic that you will take home and be a world changer in healthcare. Everything in life seems so important until our health is shaken. Health is not just a blessing, it is our responsibility. It's something we cannot outsource. It must become a priority in our lives. So let me first give you an overview that mostly misunderstood in the industry when we come to healthcare. I think many of us know about health, how to take care of ourselves, but perhaps after tonight, you may have another view of how to look at healthcare yourself. We all want to be healthy. These are all the things that we want to have, but as we age, we may lose out some of these. So it is our desire to have the maximum in all the scores in every category here. So let's talk about the first generation and helping us understand that for many, many years, we have an ache and pain, we take some painkiller, we have high blood pressure, you take a drug and the blood pressure goes down. And when you ask the doctor, when can I stop taking my high blood pressure pill? And the doctor says, never, forever. And so we keep adding medicine and more and more. We call this the antioxidant era and treating symptoms, not root cause. Let's take a look at the past 100 years over the 80s and 2010, the 30 years gap. I'm sure many of us here have been in this timeline, and it was about free radicals, and we can neutralize it and we become very healthy, right? Well, it doesn't turn out that way, isn't it? Treating the symptom but not the root cause, simply because we can't repair our mitochondria DNA damage. So what is mitochondria? Well, stick on and you will get to know what that is. Traditional antioxidant cannot enter the membrane, the layering surrounding our cell. And so we have heard of medical doctors saying that when you take supplements, it's giving expensive urine. And so this is the Chinese version. But why your body energy is key to healthy aging? Have you ever seen a sick person full of energy? I guess not, right? But we've always thought I can get all this from the food I eat. While all these are healthy and this looks good, unfortunately, pollution, water pollution, ground pollution is something you and I can't control. And so the amount of food quality that we are taking are fairly low. Now, in Hong Kong, for example, because we are in Singapore, let's talk about Hong Kong. They got very, very tasty food, right? So is Singapore, and so is many other countries. And that is the problem. What about all this lead? What about fried stuff? What about drinks that we shouldn't be taking? These trends are making us make a choice. Who is
Bernard, off your mic, please.
So we have to make
My mic is off.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for putting your mic off so we can do the proper recording for the rest to benefit. Thank you. Now, we all have to make a choice. If you are given a choice, would you take junk food or healthy food? I think you know the answer, right? Of course, healthy food. But today, food is so tasty, how to just not eat junk food, right? But do you eat for the taste, or do you eat what your body needs? If you are at the second one, congratulations, because I can't do it too. Let's take a deep dive. Traditional healthy eating approaches. What do we need to do? We need to eat clean food, sourcing reduce toxins. We want to wash and rinse all this to reduce residue, heavy metal, pesticides. We want to diversify our diet, that we don't just take one type, we like multi-colors, and also spread the risk, but doesn't eliminate pollution. The source, natural detox food. Oh, I take garlic, I take fiber, I support my body, but can't fully counter decades of soil nutrient depletion. These are important foundation, right? They reduce harm, but don't fully solve problems of modern food quality. I very often hear people who says, I'm a health freak, I believe in healthy. And guess what they do? They do witch hunting. They look at products And then they look at all the fine print. Oh, these things are dangerous. That one is dangerous, And yet, they can eat 吃茶. They can eat all the fatty stuff. They eat all the food that is tasty. And find me a shop in a cafe or kopitiam that is healthy. And yet, they pinpoint until all the fine prints, right? And try to say, oh, because this product got this ingredient, so it's no good, So we are doing witch hunting. So technology-based nutrition are built on concentrated, standardized. You know exactly what doses you are taking every day, unlike your daily lifestyle of food. Purity, safety has been considered when it has a good source and the ingredients can be purified, filtered, tested for contamination, bypassing the polluted soil, water sources that you and I eat from. And then we talk about nano. Wow, it's a new word. Have you ever eaten food that is nano technology? I'm talking about cooked food that is nano, unheard of, right? So targeted function, that when we take certain things, it's meant to focus on that particular cell in that area and doing it consistently. How many can try to be healthy eating, but can we be consistent? And if you can take a capsule 2, 3, 4 a day, every day, so it's unlike food that have fluctuate by season, by soil, by farm practices, right? And also the country that you're eating from. So the balanced truth is food is functional, foundational. We still need calories, fiber, natural plant, compound for everyday function. We get it. But technology is the amplifier. It fills the nutrient gap, the things that we missed, the things that bypass pollution that normal food cannot. So yes, today pollution, technology-based nutrition. So learn a new word, technology-based nutrition does more than just food sourcing. So we can have a beautiful kitchen, we can have the best we think we are buying from, but it doesn't really repair, regenerate your stem cell, right? The key word is stem cell. Ding. So the smartest path is synergy. Use clean food for our daily foundation, but add tech nutrition for advanced protection and targeted support. So here we look at the first picture of a cell. First generation. We do a blood test. Oh, you like vitamin B. Okay, I buy vitamin B. What B? B6, B3, B12. And then the cell dysfunction. Why? Stress. Don't sleep enough. Angry all the time. Have anyone been there? Then the cell become more healthy. And then cell begin to damage. The cell membrane, I show you here, start to have cracks. And then tumor. That's not a good thing. The cancer being formed. And so that is the 3 stages how a cell get damaged. So when your body becomes unwell, it gives you another warning that your cells are sick. We are not well because our cells are not well. So food versus technology-based nutrition, my friend, is about reality of food today. We agree we want to eat healthy, But most of the time, we eat what we like, not what we need. Even when we choose wisely. So I've seen many friends of mine who have coffee together and they say, do you take nutrition? I don't need. I'm healthy, see, I can exercise, I do qigong, I go running, I go for holiday. Holiday means more pollution. And nutrient depleted farmland. Washing, buying organic, eating variety are good steps, but cannot overcome modern challenges. So are we kidding ourselves? Are we the kind of people that say, this ingredient are too dangerous to eat? And yet, we are eating food by the gulp, and we don't call it dangerous. So where technology, Future Vita is a company we are talking today. It represents a new era of technology-based nutrition. Purity, ingredients are carefully filtered, purified, tested, free from pollutants, precision with nanotechnology, power to deliver clinical benefit that something natural food cannot guarantee. Another P. You notice there are so many P here. Purity, precision, power, purpose. It's designed to do more than just feed you. So who gets it? Your stem cell, your senescent cells. What is that? Damaged cells. Repair your mitochondria, your engine of your car. Enhance longevity pathway. These are what we should be focusing. But in the first generation, the second generation, they don't really talk about this because life is getting complicated because of research and because we now know more. And the balanced truth, food keeps you alive, provides calories, fiber, basic nutrients. A Future Vita helps you thrive. It delivers the advanced, precise, pollution-free nutrition that modern life demands. So, how do you positioning your lining? Food is your foundation, but technology-based nutrition is your future. And hence, the name Future Vita. Or you might want to call it your future vitality. You don't just eat to survive. You nourish to regenerate, protect, and thrive. So my friends, I just sum up the first generation, and many of us can say, ouch, it's me. It's me too, you know. I thought I know a lot, but as I take time, we learn even more. And so all I'm asking, have an open mind, open heart to learn. Now, let's go to the second generation. So now we know the first generation couldn't solve a lot of things. The second generation is 氧气, energy era. So what do we see? Watches, rings, wow, many things, gadgets, they are all good, no doubt. So I use them too. So how does your body produce energy? You just can't put a current and you're energized, right? And then you take off the current, no more. Like power, isn't it? So what do we do? How do we get quick energy? Red Bull, caffeine, coffee, sugar, temporary boost. So we take caffeine, we take sugar, carbs, I need a Coke. And then later we crash. And then energy drink, Monster. I need concentration, I need energy. So work fast, but can strain the system if overused. Which brings us to the second cell. Look at it. Different parts have got energy, some don't have. And then you've heard of the word NMN. Have you? They call it the energy producer. But more important for us is mitochondria. Is your cell within your cell that is producing energy for you and me. If this is down, you see all this problem becomes part of you. Now, like a fish tank, take a look at this like a fish tank. The fish keep eating, but they cannot self-clean, right? They cannot clean the tank, right? The water that is dirty because they eat and they release bad stuff back into the water. The cell is the same, like a car. After it produces energy, what happened? Where is the carbon? It has to go somewhere. The problem is, if we cannot get out of the mitochondrial cell you see here, your toxins, your heavy metals will get stuck inside here. And that's where the problem begins. When too much of it, it becomes dysfunction, cancer, problem. So red blood has no mitochondria. So the energy is not in the red blood. It's what produces that is in the mitochondria. And so, my friends, popularized by Dr. Sinclair of Harvard, we have NMN. Cells have no energy. Add this one, you get energy. Have you heard of this? It's called nicotinamide adenine nucleotide. If you have NAD, you have energy. This is only 1 out of 3 the truth. Dr. Sinclair, aging is a disease and it can be cured. So NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide. And we have another called NR, riboside. So if I go to Hong Kong today, I see so many products. Singapore is the same. We have a lot of NMN. Tell me which is the best of them all. Or can I say which is the biggest company of them all? Do you know? You want to take a guess? There's a gift for you if you can get it right. Which brand in here do you think is the number one? You can chat if you want to. We can participate. I count to 5. If there's no answer, I will give you the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody say, nobody answer. No. No, I'm talking about NMN brand. The most successful brand by sales is Li Ka-shing's company. They produce the most sales. Guess what? Li Ka-shing's company ingredient is involved in this company. And it's their celery extract, a flavonoid that regulate metabolic changes in the body. But NMN alone is not enough. Do you know how much a good quality NMN is selling in Hong Kong? is between $230 US to $380 US a bottle. Just NMN. Wow. So, I've just completed second generation. Is about energy. Now let's come to the final one. Final is about your cell being healthy. And that is the third generation. So what do you see here on this slide? The word small m RNA. The pharmaceutical company uses this, and this is the third generation of today. We are talking about today, correct? Today. And so most of us have been vaccinated. Did you have any changes in you? Don't have to tell me, okay? So, court case, Senate, US, 17,000 court cases now going on. They found the mRNA is a programmable vaccine. That means it's not natural. What is this picture? If you buy a supplement from any brand, most people would ask, what is the ingredient? How good is the ingredient? But I want to share with you, your question should be, how tiny is your nanometer of your nutrient? Can they actually pass through? You see this picture on the left? Dotted line. Can they pass through this passageway, the channel? Because our cell is not so simple, you know. It's made of fat, water, fat, water, fat, water. You know fat and water don't mix, right? So if you have a good quality nutrition, then wouldn't your question be, how tiny is your nutrient? Can it pass through this passageway? So if you buy a supplement today, one of the questions you must ask is, how small is it? Now, based on research, it should be less than 100 nanometer. We call intercellular space. What is mRNA? The vaccine, programmable vaccine that got the Nobel Prize 2023 is between 60 to 100 nanometer. So did it qualify what I just said? Below 100? Yes, it did. And that's why they say, wow, this is amazing. I can now deliver many things into what I need to do. Your kidney, your liver, everything can reach it because it's tiny enough to get through there. COVID to long COVID. I'm not here to debate, neither here to talk about politics. I just want you to know Australia was the first country that introduced vaccine claim. That means if you take this, any of this brand, and something go wrong, government will compensate you money. After paying 32 million, they say stop. Singapore dare not start. And Mayo Clinic says virus can still stay in your body. It can upset your immune system. It can upset your gut, 小肠大肠. It can survive in the gut, the virus. And then your blood vessel may have problem. And then your nerve may have problem. So could it be why so many court cases? If you look at the side effects, look, is this normal problems? Drowsiness, chill, fever, headache, It's a normal problem, right? Aches and pain. And then Mayo Clinic says, heart disease. Boy, this is now disease now. Kidney disease, mood disorder, stroke, blood clot, bone problem, nerve disorder, fibromyalgia, diabetes, cholesterol. Hey, this is now getting to disease level. Autoimmune, skin problem, develop eczema, psoriasis. So, my friends, pharma is using mRNA to go beyond just vaccine. They are now going to use this to replace your hypertension pills, your cholesterol drugs, your vaccine. They are now even talking about disease prevention. So the drug companies is moving. You know, when you talk to a doctor cannot give you a drug if you have no problem, right? But the day will come, doctor can say, hey, you may have a symptom of high blood coming, or you may have a symptom of cholesterol problem leading to diabetes, and here, take a pill for disease prevention. This is the new therapeutic frontier, my friend. Or third generation still, cell-targeted but all natural way. So here I written in Chinese that the pharma is now going 2023 mRNA, but 2024, last year, a new Nobel Prize was won, and that is the third generation where it may lie the answer to root cause of aging and reversing it. And which of the three cells, my friend, do you think you want to have? Which one that you think are the brightest? Correct? So now, my friend, what is the next big trend? We have two highways to choose. One, go with the pharma on mRNA, or second, go with billion-dollar companies that are not pharma, but they have the money to do the research, but choose to do the all-natural way. Future Vita may not be the only company, but we know of many good companies that all of you and me taking for many years. But Future Vita is one of those that know the end before it starts. It's a headquartered in Singapore. The owners are scientists themselves, and Professor Satya Prakash just came a few days ago at Marina Bay Sands and gave a very important speech that this company is here to bring value to mankind. And that message, in summary, have attracted many Nobel laureates, billion-dollar companies to partner in this project. So, he is well decorated, a Canadian professor from Canada. He's got lots of awards you can see here. He is the director of the Artificial Cells and Organs Research Center. Maybe one day, a kidney needs to be replaced, a liver needs to be replaced. We no longer need to look for a donor. But what value it brings to the society. And today, thanks to his hard work and the people that have been attracted, he is one of the most decorated scientists. The first is Swiss anti-aging research that embrace the technology of microRNA. So who is this Swiss anti-aging research embracing this microRNA? So let's first understand what is microRNA. It's a genetic switch. Just imagine you have kneecap pain, you have backache, and you have this microRNA working. And what they do is a switch, right? They just turn it off. Your pain go away. Cancer grow. You turn this on, cancer stop growing. You have stress, cannot sleep well. microRNA go in, you can now sleep better. You have emotion, Alzheimer, Parkinson, microRNA switched, you get better. So what is this microRNA? It is something to reduce inflammation, 发炎减少. So if this microRNA, a natural, that is already with you when you were born, just that you and me don't even know that. And these two gentlemen discover microRNA. And so with this, my friend, can they get into this? Remember, I told you about what is this, right? Now, let me show you an example of our work. My company, NanoDoc. This is a styrofoam. We use styrofoam because if you put anything that is bad, it will stick to the wall. Can you see on the left? So if you want to know whether your product is really up to the mark, then come to my office and then I can show you. So you can stir this on the styrofoam cup and you can see all the yellow lining, you see here, all around, right, stuck there. So if this is a blood vessel you saw below, it will form a plug. And that's how cholesterol build-up begin. And your blood vessel become hardened. And that's because the nano size to deliver the nutrient is too big. And therefore, we have this problem, clogging. And so, but if you have this technology, nanotechnology like ours, you don't have a build-up. It can't happen. So it is safer, faster, more efficient. And so, can we compare mRNA and microRNA? That's my point here. So, when you look at red blood cell, it's 1,000 nano size. When you look at virus, it's 90, less than 10 times. That's why virus can easily contaminate blood. But my company's technology start at 2. Can you see the circle there? So we probably hold the world tiniest nano in the world in technology. That's why we are an authority to speak on this topic. And we have the patents to prove it. Now, mRNA is 60 to 100 nano. MicroRNA, look at the red box, begin at 20. 1/3 smaller than mRNA, meaning we have a choice now. You have a choice to take a supplement using mRNA or a new natural nutrient that is even smaller they can get into your cell. Isn't that what it's all about? The ability to absorb into the cell. So now, even Nanyang Technology University, NTU, recognize microRNA small but mighty. Now, thanks to the knowledge, we have Swiss anti-aging, the brand behind all this, the company behind all this brand. Why are they here? Why have they come together? Billion-dollar company, why are they here? Just like Li Ka-shing, why is his company supplying their billion-dollar product to a new company called Future Vita? Is it because of this? What is this in Chinese? I give you the English version. Let me open this. It's an apple stem cell that is 300 years old. They hold the patent for the ability to repair and reverse and regenerate your stem cell. You know, my friends, if you are 60 to 70 years old, you are left with 10 to 15%. If you are 80 years old, you are left with less than 5%. If you are 40 years old, you have about 50% of stem cell left. You can't grow your stem cell. You see the middle box? You cannot. Your young stem cell is when you are young, you can regenerate. You have that power to regenerate. But today, with Swiss apple stem cell combined with microRNA, do you know your aging stem cell can grow again, just like the young stem cell? How many of you want to become younger? Look younger, feel younger, be younger. And that's what you get, my friend. So now, you can repair and reverse. Take a look at this. Skin, dermis, all the damaged cells. After 2 months, most of it have been recovered. And that's the power of apple stem cell with microRNA. And is this just only a picture for fun? This is the gold standard we call double-blind experiment published in the Nature Aging magazine, showing 45-year-old and above given apple stem cell every day, and after 3 months take your blood test and you see your telomere extended by 17%, younger by 5 years. And that's because the principle is like gene correction, strips to repair your DNA wear and tear. Your microRNA technology won the Nobel Prize is specifically on repairing your genetic errors. So my friend, you will become younger. And that's the research paper we are seeing here. And so is in BBC News already. So now we have the next Nobel Prize, circadian cycle. 3 gentlemen received the Nobel Prize discovering that we have a body internal clock. What happens in the day and night is different. So let me ask you a question. How many of you know that your blood pressure highest is at what time? It's at 6:30 to 7 p.m. Do you know why? Because 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., your blood is the thickest. Because your dead cells, your damaged cells, senescent cells are occupying your blood circulation. So low in oxygen, and with that already, can it explain why the lunch people are sleepy? And then 3 o'clock, your high tea, what do? Eat cakes, drink coffee, add sugar, and sugar. So what does it do to your blood vessel? Even worse. So at 7 p.m. high blood, is it normal? No, of course not. But we help make it high blood. We add because we didn't know that 3 to 7 p.m. have not heard of. PQQ is important and it can make new engine for your body. So when you say always I'm tired, where is my money? What's your name? I've forgotten. By the time you come to that, your life is coming to an end. When you lose your memory, there's no more reason to live, isn't it? You can't even know where your money is. You can't even know who is your family. You don't even know where you are living. Then you have lost your memory. So PQQ is an important part that is needed all day long. Can you see the box? And then it works on your mitochondria, Alzheimer, Parkinson, all these are being helped, including your memory. So what if this can raise up your memory by 45%? Would you want to consider this product? And then we got 2016 Nobel Prize. So I hope you're with me. We got lots of stuff in here. I do not know when I'll see you again, but this information is a gift for you from Future Vita. Dr. Utsumi made popular autophagy. We heard of people going fasting, 16-hour fasting, 168, 18 hours fasting, 6 hours eating. The main reason is to force all these toxins out of your cell. But that's autophagy. Okay? But let me introduce you urolithin. The man behind is Elon Musk. His company is also supplying urolithin here. Made a gift for her mother, May Musk. She's 77 years old today, taking urolithin every day, and it's a beauty product. And not only that, you heard of autophagy. Please learn mitophagy. It takes out uric acid, bone density increase, reduce inflammation. What cause of cancer? What is the cause of aches and pain? What is the cause of high blood? Is inflammation. Diabetes is inflammation. When you have inflammation, you cannot heal. And urolithin works at the very core of the cell, removing all these toxins. So you can increase your memory by 45%. Do you want it? You have a better sleep, relieving stress by 35%. And as you take this product, this is the only product ingredient that needs day and night, 24 hours. You see the red box? Same like PQQ. They are needed 24 hours. You see? These are the two products that we all need every day. But what's the difference between outsiders and this ingredient? They are 98% pure. In the market, you can buy from all those online. It's about 15 to 25% pure. And they are claiming what we are doing here. This has research paper to show you that they can even increase your mitochondrial autophagy and increase 2 to 3 times T cell and 45% of natural killer cells. So you just heard an ambulance. I don't know, it's a police ambulance or is someone have a heart attack. So we wish them well. We pray for them to have a good ending and taken care of. But my friends, Over here, you have got red blood, white blood, platelets. They all want to be healthy. All these women and men also need to be healthy. And urolithin is involved in all these improvements. Next, Facetin is developed by our own Professor Prakash. His scientific team in Canada, in Montreal, and their research R&D, it's for your 3 to 7 p.m. Remember, blood, right? So this help you to clean it up. Can you see the picture in the middle? And then Facetin become lighter, means it's clearing up all that dead cells. And it can clear at a rate of 66%. And you can see below reference is the journal. Also, all natural. None of the ingredients here are animal source. Okay? And then we have AKK, Camansia. What on earth is this? Is the father done a lot of research paper, very important for your gut. It's one of the ingredients that can pass through your stomach acid, can deliver to the gut 98% and stay there for a long, long time. Not days, it can stay there for weeks in your system. It's a good bacteria. So, why is it important? It's called the longevity bacteria. So, I never talk much about your gut, 肠胃, 大肠, 小肠. But even company don't talk much. But when I research on your gut lining, wow, this is the one that live there and protect your lining of your gut. So Singapore #1 killer is what? Colon cancer. Of all the cancer, colon cancer. So we need this ingredient because it is good to fight against sugar, cholesterol, all that inflammation. And so they have done 600 over studies since 2004. And this is one of the best for our gut. And so it's all published document. His company was bought over by Danone, $44 billion food company, competitor to Nestle. So your intestine can become young again. So all these are studies. I'm not going to go into more detail because so many things to read. But I want you to know this company is loaded with research papers, I can tell you. Next, dehydroberberine. Dr. Sean Wells. Who is he? He's the one that made Dr. Sinclair of Harvard to say, I don't take metformin for anti-aging anymore because he now takes berberine instead of metformin. And that is for your gut, my friend. So we are bringing cutting-edge technology most people never even heard of. It's called glucosober. So 3 high, hypertension, blood sugar, cholesterol. And your high sugar damages your vessel, your nerve. So if people have diabetes, it's a matter of time you will forget your name. You will forget where your money is kept. And it will affect your heart because high blood sugar attack your vessels and nerve. So I hope you are with me so far. And BC99 is another good one for your gut by Professor Prakash and his team, and also targeted for that. Do you notice how important your gut? Because 80% of your immunity is there. So what happened when you got bad mood? That means you got dirty gut. Yes, control your digestion, immunity, metabolism, and your mood. How good your mood is how good your gut. So strong immunity, good digestion, stable mood, energy. So when you have an imbalanced microbiome, when you have a balanced microbiome, see the plus and X. And that is the Dr. Prakash expertise, my friend. And so we can stay in your gut 5 to 7 days. This is not an ordinary probiotic. Most probiotics can't last more than a day. And they have a survival rate of 98%. So my friends, it can stimulate your immunity by 42%, your T cell. That's why people who are recovering from cancer, this is a very good product to have. Talk to the doctor who is taking care of them and let them see all the documents. But that is after the treatment, okay? You need recovery. And this ingredient come from volcanic origin. That's why it can handle the heat. And they can survive in the stomach acid. So I spend hours, long hours, to produce this data for you all to read. Because I have to first read them before you do, right? And so it's for you. And you want youthfulness, not only for your skin, for your body, but you want it also for your tummy. And that is what this product can do. And lastly, Bruce Ames bring the longevity vitamin called ergothioneine. It is 9.5 times more powerful than glutathione. And so that is for your DNA protection while you sleep. And so this company has put together all these ingredients, and lastly, to give you a good rest, emotional support, so you can stay calm, balanced, and longevity. Even GABA is done by Professor Akash team and his Nobel Scientist Research Group. And so when you sleep, not only your neurotransmitter is better, you can have a shorter time of sleep, but better quality. So I want to thank every one of you that has spent time with me here. Lots of things to learn. This is a 100-day program. Why does the company wants you to buy a 100 days product? Because the first 14 days, your energy goes up. You will feel that. You might even sleep like me. First day when I take that, 14 hours straight sleeping. And now I recognize I don't have 14 hours anymore, but I can wake up shorter time, but full of power. And then 15 to 30 days, your inflammatory cytokines start to drop. That is your marker for cancer. And your beauty, collagen production. Don't you want beauty? And your insulin sensitivity improve, your joints, pain reduce, your skin tone, your glucose regulation, all happen in the first 30 days. And the next 30 days is where your muscle, VO2 means your muscle is starting to build up. Your cognitive, your Alzheimer, Parkinson like start to reduce. And your stress start to calm down. When all this became to be better, what will happen to you? What will happen? You become young, and your telomere attrition rate dropped by 30%. What does that mean? Translated to you living longer, happier, younger, looking in and out. So 100 days, everyone should be on this. And if you go for a year taking this, 98% of your cell will be happy. Okay? And so lifestyle is always important, which I covered on first generation just now. And so if you keep taking, many of people may ask you, your children may say, hey, Dad, Mom, is it safe or not? This company have taken 5 years to get all this certification and yet haven't sold a single bottle. How many companies do you think will do that? This company is well funded, you know. They are well funded with the FDA registration. Some of you may look at the registration and then you will say, where is the name of Future Vita? Cannot find, you know. And the reason is not to allow copycats to copy. Because you don't want copycat Future Vita sold in the market, do you? You don't want a friend that you introduce and suddenly Future Vita copycats start up elsewhere. And so you don't want this to happen. So Muslim friends will be very happy because they use Switzerland to get the halal certificate. That means the entire Muslim world, from Middle East to Indonesia to anywhere, is recognized. And this is an important one. Supply chain. I mentioned to you, technology nutrition starts with ensuring even the raw material is safe. And so those of you who is kia si kia kui, you know, keng say keng kwai, you know, you will love this certificate because it tells you every step of the production sourcing is safe. And then for those who are in Singapore, you now can see the word Future Vita on the government approval. Can you see that? The owner's name, the brand name, and the product name with the word stem cell. So now, my friends, the last one is kosher certified. So I haven't put one up yet. The last one is the vegetarian certificate by Singapore AVA. That means it is vegetarian. So for those of you who are vegetarian, no need to worry. Just go and take. And so let's talk about the last thing, testimonial. Now, this product is targeted for stem cell and making your stem cell repair, cell rejuvenate, cell regenerate, right? And then it didn't say this will bring down blood pressure, this will bring down. What I just shown you was the ingredients that is in there have clinical paper to talk about what they do. But the product itself as Future Vita does not do that. So please do not misrepresent when you share with people and say, hey, this medicine can cure this and that and this. Please don't. Protect the company good name. Testimonial 1, gout. The product never says it can solve gout problem, but they improved. It didn't say it can work on the thyroid, hyperthyroid, but it did here. It didn't say that it can improve your circulation, but the best and the cheapest way to find out is your tongue, underneath your tongue. So I encourage you, if you're new, take a photo of your tongue underneath like that, and then take another photo every month. And then by the time you come to the 100 days, compare that. That tells you how good is your circulation. You don't have to go and do a special test. This is the cheapest one. Take your own photo. And then it didn't say it can turn hair black or more hair. It didn't say that it can bring down sugar, but the clinical studies did. And it didn't say that this product can bring down blood pressure, but it did. And Parkinson, Alzheimer, depression, and this is a testimonial of the wife. 口服干细胞 oral stem cell. So you can see from this, even it looks better, right? On the right side. And even the nails of this person, there was no cream applied on it, but it gets better from the inside out. Now, my last question, would you be the next testimonial? So we hope that this is going to touch many lives, and I thank you everyone for taking time to come in here